next month, end of next month, October 31st, or by 1st of November, we are expected to receive the new immigration quotas. Before these draws to happen, I am expecting that they would conduct the transport and the agriculture draw will happen. I have a very strong feeling that we should see a draw next week. Till date, as of right now, IRCC has issued 77,748 ITAs in express entry in 2023. Okay, in August 8,600, which is a bit lower. July 9,600, June 9,600, May 5,389, April 7,000. In March, bumper 21,667. Why? Because there was one draw of PNP 667, and then there were three draws 7,000, 7,000, 7,000. Therefore, bringing a total tally of 21,667. February, there were only 4,892. January, there was also 11,000, but then also keep in mind, previous year, December, there was no draw. So after the November, then the next draw was happening in January. So in January, they conducted two back-to-back draws, 5,500 each. So 77,748 invitations issued. Actually, it's a big number. It's not a small number by any standards. My estimate for this year was roughly 80 to 85,000 invitations. They've already issued 77,748. But what's happening with express entry, right? And that is another thing that a lot of people are wondering, why the draws have not been conducted. The last draw, which was conducted by IRCC for express entry, was on the 15th of August. 4,300 invitations were issued. 496 was the CRS score. That obviously allowed a lot of people the luxury of being hopeful that the scores are going to drop further. 490s would be happening, 480s could be happening, etc. However, IRCC played a different roll of dice, and therefore now you are sitting at a point where IRCC hasn't even conducted a draw. Now, I have a couple of theories to this. One, they are rethinking what they're planning to do with this. That's the first thing. Number two, we are expecting Sean Fraser. No, sorry, I keep saying Sean Fraser. Sean Fraser, go ahead. Mark Miller. We are expecting Mark Miller to receive a new mandate letter from Justin Trudeau. Okay. Now, mandate letters are given to the ministers of more important or major ministerial portfolios, so that they are directed as to what they are required to do within their term. Sean Fraser had a mandate letter, which, to be very honest, on most counts, they did achieve their target, or rather they achieved their mandate. Now, Mark Miller is due to get his mandate letter. Also, next month, end of next month, October 31st, or by 1st of November, we are expected to receive the new immigration quotas for the year 2024 and 2026, the 3-year multi-level plan. I have a feeling there is some rethinking going on, number one. Number two, the system glitches continue, but I don't think it is the system glitches which is holding back the draws. I have a feeling that this is being done, one, because Mark Miller became the Minister of Immigration. The draws continued. It did not allow a lot of time for the new minister to come and make any changes, any policy decisions, anything at all, because the draws were still happening. Sean Fraser changed, Mark Miller came through. Also, I have a feeling that there is a rethink of how many invitations they need to issue for different categories. Now, we already know STEM category draw, only one draw happened, which was ridiculous, only 500 invitations. I can't understand how, because they plan to invite about 31% of total invitations, not category-based invitations, total invitations. So when I'm saying total invitations, means if in the whole year they have issued 77,000 invitations, out of the 77,000 invitations, they are expecting 31,000 of these invitations have probably gone out to the STEM category. Those 31 could be through the PNPs, could be through the express entry, regular draws, or of course the STEM category-based draws. As I said, I have a feeling there is a rethink of how many invitations have already been issued for several different categories and how many they are still required to issue. Obviously, the transport category, the agriculture category, these draws haven't happened. We are waiting to see these draws as well. Now, within the skilled trade, do we expect another draw? French, do we expect another draw? Healthcare, do we expect another draw? And of course, STEM, do we expect another draw? Before these draws to happen, I am expecting that they would conduct the transport and the agriculture draw, and then probably come back to the other category draws if they have to or not. But we are coming pretty close to the end of the year now. We are already in the fourth quarter. And based on this, at this point of time, I was expecting a big regular draw, which happened, 4,300 invitations issued. Going forward from here until the end of December, I don't see much happening for the regular express entry. At least I don't expect anything happening, because they still haven't cleared out the category-based draws, at least not for transport and agriculture. They will come back at some point of time to the healthcare, because the expectation was about 4,500 to be invited for the healthcare. French, I am not sure, because they have actually conducted a lot of French category draws. So that may not happen, but definitely I'm definitely expecting a STEM category draw to be conducted. Again, cannot say when. Overall, there is no way to speculate when the draw will happen. I have a very strong feeling that we should see a draw next week. It's a feeling. It's not coming out of any intelligent draw of data, just a feeling, pure intuition, that we will be in the fourth week of the draw not happening. And it's just a feeling that there would possibly be a draw. 4 weeks is a good enough time for them to have gotten their heads figured out about whatever they were trying to figure out. So hopefully that should see the draw coming back, and we will have a better understanding of what the pool breakdown is looking like. If at all the regular express entry draws are to happen now, the scores are definitely above 500. Obviously, there are a lot of people who have received their nominations. So the express entry draw has to happen, right? Because IRCC has an obligation to conduct the provincial nominee program draws at least. So the PNP draws have also not happened. So this 3-week hiatus sort of doesn't give any clarity as to what's happening. So definitely I expect a draw next week. If nothing else, at least a PNP draw, because 1 month will be way too much for them to keep holding back on the draws, especially if not conducting a PNP draw. But apart from that, I do expect a PNP draw. I do expect a category-based draw. And with the PNP draw, just like what they have done earlier, they conducted, for example, if there were 2,000 people with the nomination, they invited 3,000 people, or they invited 2,500 people. I expect something similar to start with, probably Tuesday. Let's see how Tuesday brings out. And from there on, probably a Wednesday, Thursday with a category-based draw. Fingers crossed. I stay forever hopeful. Let's see how that gets played out. If you're still here, then please do subscribe to the channel. And of course, like, share, and do whatever you need to do with the video. Thank you so much. I shall see you next time.